Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the first Halloween season closer look of 2018. So, to kick things off, I thought we'd wrap up our look at the Universal Monsters Legacy collections with the final two, The Invisible Man and Creature from the Black Lagoon, on DVD. I guess we're just never going to get them on Blu-ray. Oh, I guess we are getting them on Blu-ray. Yeah, I know, I already did the update. I just thought I'd have a little fun. Anyway, let's take a look at them. At long last, the set is complete. The Invisible Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon. We've got all 6 of the Legacy collections in high definition at long last. Yeah, we were kind of expecting them last year just to kind of keep it in tune with how frequently they released the other 4, but for whatever reason, they put it off for a whole entire year, so we got them this Halloween instead of last Halloween. So let's not waste any time. Let's check them out today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Okay, boy, this has been a long time coming. Now, I should mention also, you may remember a Multimedia Chronicles Quickie I did ages ago when they first released the DVD edition of the Universal Monsters 30-film collection, which basically included everything that was in the Legacy sets, plus it also included the Phantom of the Opera from 1943 starring Claude Rains. Well, concurrently with the last 2 Legacy sets, we also have this. Yes, a Blu-ray edition of said 30-film set. So if, you've been waiting and holding out, hoping for a Blu-ray edition of that, you can get that set now as well. So myself, I'm not going to bother with it because it's just total duplication of everything that's in the Legacy sets. The only thing you get, of course, is the nice box that houses everything, and you get a book with it as well, which is pretty cool, but not really enough for me to justify such a massive double dip. So I'm just going to stick with the individual sets. Alrighty, well, let's head on down to the black box and we'll take a look at the final 2 entries in the Universal Monsters Legacy Collection. Okay, so let's begin with the original 2004 DVD release. Very nice. This all lines up very nicely with the previous 4 sets. There's quite a selection of extras on here. Now, unlike the first 4 sets, the Dracula, Frankenstein, and Wolfman sets, this doesn't have any Van Helsing specific extras. It's just the extras relating specifically to the movies. So, just a moment here. Okay, so if we flip it over, there we go, so you can see the contents of the discs. Now, of course, this set, much like the others, had the sequels on a flipper disc. So it's a double-sided dual-layer flipper disc, which everybody just loves so much. We'll just take a look at the artwork underneath there. And there you go. Very nice indeed. So, yeah, flipper disc. Gotta love it. No, not really. I'm glad to see that Universal has finally abandoned the flipper discs, and actually a lot of their TV show sets, which utilized them, have since been reauthored to single-sided discs, which is quite nice. So I'll just put that back in here. So I think the only trailer on here was for the Invisible Agent, which was one of the sequels. So, and then we have the long-awaited Blu-ray set. Hooray! Finally! We thought it was never coming, but here it is. Now, in terms of the bonus features, this appears to be exactly the same extras that were on the DVD set, the original release. The one significant addition, however, is it does have the Abbott and Costello movie. Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man, so quite nice to have that included at last. So we just slide it open. Very nice sort of textured finish on the box there. I don't know how well you can see that, but very, very nice. And here we go. So here, if we open this up, oh, there we go. So now we've got everything on single-sided discs. So there we go. So we've got 2 per disc in glorious high definition. And then finally, the Abbott and Costello movie at the end there. So there you go. Very nice. Nice to be finally rid of those flipper discs, and of course to have them all in high definition at long last. And then if we take a look here at the final 3 movies of the Universal Monsters legacy here, we have The Creature from the Black Lagoon, which was quite amazing at the time for its underwater photography. The first 2 movies were also done in 3D, which was all the rage in the 50s. And there we go. The DVD edition here, of course, is not in 3D. It is just the old 2D edition. Take a look at the back there. So this one is only 2 discs, but quite a lot of extras on there, as you can see. And if we open it up, I'm just going to flip that around a little bit there. So in this case, hey, no flipper discs. Yeah, they were able to fit them all onto 2 dual-layer single-sided discs. And then we have the descriptions of the movies there. And again, an ad for I think it's the first 3. Yeah, Dracula, Frankenstein, and the Wolfman. The first 3 legacy collections there. And if we pop the discs out, just take a little look at the disc art. There we go. Yeah, the Gillman costume, I gotta say, was really fantastic. Just an amazing piece of both costuming and makeup. And also just the expressiveness of it, how it would, the gills would kind of move and pulse as he was breathing out of the water and stuff like that. It's really quite impressive. And then, of course, it changed over the course of the films, in particular in the third one, where the creature they tried to make him more human, and he looked quite a bit different in that one than he did in the previous 2. And then here we have the Blu-ray set. Now, I have something to say about this particular Blu-ray set, which I'll get to in just a moment. But one of the cool things about this is, of course, we did have individual releases a few years back of the first Invisible Man movie and the first Creature from the Black Lagoon movie. Now, when that individual release of the Creature from the Black Lagoon came out, it was pretty significant because for the first time, the original movie was released in 3D. Yeah, so you could actually enjoy it in 3D, full polarized Blu-ray 3D in all its glory. And so everyone was wondering, well, are we going to get the sequels? Because the second movie was also done in 3D. For whatever reason, they decided not to do the third one in 3D. I think the craze was kind of dying off by the time that one came out. And they decided it wouldn't be profitable to do so. Just kind of unfortunate. It would have been nice to have the whole trilogy consistent, but alas, they did not. But if we take a look here, so just some descriptions there, and no artwork underneath there. So we do lose the additional artwork. Now, something I got to say about this second disc. Apparently, there was, I don't know, some kind of executive decision from on high or authoring error or whatever, but both movies, okay, there's basically 3 movies on here. You've got Revenge of the Creature in 2D, Revenge of the Creature again in 3D, and then The Creature Walks Among Us. Now, you got a lot of space on a dual-layer Blu-ray disc, but apparently it wasn't quite enough to offer all 3 of them in 1080p. So they used an alternate method of encoding the 3D, which means you're actually only getting 720p resolution. And because of, I guess, how much space a 3D movie takes up, that didn't leave a lot left over for the 2D versions of the other two movies. So you also have Revenge of the Creature in 2D in 720p, and The Creature Walks Among Us in 720p. Like, come on. Have we waited all this time to get, like, barely high definition versions? So, yeah. So, anyway, thankfully, everybody and their dog complained bitterly when that was revealed, when that was realized. And by the way, the 30 film set has the same discs. It's the exact same discs from all the Legacy collections. So, the 30 film set also has the erroneous second disc for the Creature set. However, everybody complained, and Universal is offering a disc replacement program. I will include a link for the email address in the description. So if you have the erroneous set, you can email them with your proof of purchase, and they will send you a replacement disc or replacement discs as soon as they're available. It still hasn't been said what form that's going to take, but hopefully it'll just be a straight-up replacement disc, and everything will be fine. So, just one final look here. So, this is the Invisible Man collections. No problems with this set, by the way. Purchase away. It's beautiful. And then, of course, we have the Creature from the Black Lagoon set. So, these, of course, are just using the same artwork as the re-releases of the Legacy collections on DVD from a few years back. But, yeah, it's great to finally have the rest of the collection in high definition. And there you go. So at long last, the saga is complete. So as I mentioned, I'll include that email address in the description if you've got one of the sets with the erroneous second disc for the Creature from the Black Lagoon set. If you're watching this closer look years from now, chances are that's not an issue anymore. I would imagine that future re-releases of the set will include the corrected disc. But if, like me, you couldn't wait to get them and you got the faulty disc, hit them up at that email address and they should be able to get a replacement out to you. Alrighty, well, that is it for this closer look. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors, and sayonara.